Courtesy of Pepsi. Here's a look at how Bobby Cox's offense looks. Scouting report, John. How about some picks?
Well, every team has changes in their roster every single year, but when you look back the last 15 years at the history of the Atlanta Braves, the one constant has been Chipper Jones. He's a...
And here's Nate McLeod leading it off.
For the Atlanta Braves, center fielder number 24, Nate McLeod.
Good pitch as he's late on that one. 0-1. Batting average .248 against the Mets. That one's too low. Perez missing.
Oh, it's a great fastball right there down in the strike zone. Now there's so many ways to go. Let's see how he comes back to attack this hitter.
2-1 on the way. 2-1 pitch, and he watches the fastball go by for strike 2.
Well, he doesn't want to lose him. A 2-2 count. He's going to go right at him. You've got a good fastball. This is the time to use it.
Still 2-2. Tough pitch to lay off that time. Full count, 3-2.
Well, he tried that four-seam fastball up in the zone to get him the chase. Tough pitch to lay off of. Good job by the hitter. You know he was hoping right there when he threw that fastball, as long as this at-bat has been, that he would get that big strikeout. And now he has to regroup and go back to work.
And with that pitch, he allows that leadoff runner on. Free pass.
Boy, how many times have we seen the leadoff walk come around to score? A lot.
Prado's at the plate.
Now, Gary, they're going to have to be very careful with the runner at first base. He can run. They may call a pitch out. They may have to throw over a couple times just to keep him close.
And it's caught by Castillo. Get a chance to check out the Mets. This is how they position themselves defensively. Highlight, Steve, for these fielders.
David Wright has really improved himself defensively. At times early on, he was a little bit too aggressive, but now he lets the game come to him, and he can make every play you need at third base.
That one goes foul. Swing and a hot shot.
I tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate, and he took advantage of it.
That curve is just a little bit outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
The Atlanta Braves have dominated the New York Mets over the last decade or so, and in 2009, things were not much different.
Wide to right. This one to Francoeur. Out number 2. The Braves really put a hurt on the Mets last season. 5-13. This is a pretty good rivalry, which of late has turned to the Braves' field.
Well, it absolutely has, and the fact that the Braves had such great starting pitching was a reason why the Mets only scored 60 runs in those 18 games. The fact that
hit hard on the ground to short. He'll throw one to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. They pick up no runs on a hit. Tommy Hanson's going to be pitching. He's starting for Atlanta. God, he's facing this Mets lineup today. Tell us his thoughts.
sometimes it's tough to live up to the hype that is put on you as a young player. But
that one swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. This one's going to be fielded by Diaz. One away. Here we go with a look at the Pepsi offensive lineup for the Mets. John, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, you know, Gary, when you look at this lineup, Jason Bay to me is the guy that stands out. He's such a productive hitter, and he's been that way for such a long time. He's very unassuming, so he doesn't seek out the publicity. But believe me, the other teams, when they come into play against him, they know all about him and his potential to hurt them.
Swung on and hit. This one to McLeod. And the Mets get that one in for their first hit of the ballgame. Take a moment to look at the Braves defensive setup. Now, Steve, anyone in particular we should keep an eye on?
Nate McLeod is one of those consistent, solid defenders in the outfield. Not flashy, but he runs the ball down and it gets it in quickly to the infield.
David Wright at the plate.
Not a lot went right for the New York Mets in 2009. We're in Citi Field, and it did open last year, so that certainly was a bright spot. But the rest of the season was a struggle, despite the fact they played about 500 baseball at home.
Able to set him down there, chalk that one up as a strikeout for him. And here's Jason Bay. The Mets at home ended up being just one game above 500, and just by looking at that, you know you're going to be in trouble in the year.
Well, absolutely, and that was their big demise. But I think a lot of it had to do with playing that first year in Citi Field. You talk to a lot of the Mets players. It's a lot bigger ballpark than Shea, a lot more difficult to hit home runs. Some guys change their swing, some guys change their approach at the plate, and you see the offensive numbers of some of these guys coming down.
He's got 2 strikeouts already. And next, it'll be the Braves getting it going. And here's Yanel Escobar to lead it off. He has hit extremely well, going 500 against Perez. Ball. First pitch fastball misses badly that time. 1-0.
Well, you see, he just missed with that fastball right there away. Let's see if they try to come back inside to try to jam him.
Perez with the delivery. He gets Escobar to swing. That's strike 1.
Well, you can tell his timing way off after seeing him swing at that four-seamer.
And now Escobar has the 3-1 count.
Well, any hitting coach will tell you you can't hit that good high fastball, especially if it's out of the strike zone. It's a pitch you have to lay off of, make him bring it down to give yourself a chance.
And we're going to see Diaz here.
Well, the Atlanta Braves anxious for this season, knowing that they've got a solid deep pitching staff 1 through 5 put together. It started back in 2009. And they made a push for the playoffs then, and they're hoping to get there this year.
And that one is hit well. Bay's there. And so Diaz retired. That's the second out for the Braves, a team that over the years has had some pretty good power. They ended up with the fewest home runs in the National League last season.
Well, and that has a lot to do with Chipper Jones because, you know, Chipper Jones is a guy.
Hot shot towards the hole. And he'll step on first to retire the side. Well, that was a quick inning right there. 7. And in the batter's box, it's Murphy. He'll get things started here in the home half of the second. Swinging a shot down the left field line. And that gets down. Murphy's got a single. And that's going to bring Jeff Francoeur up.
Well, anytime you can get on base with no outs to start an inning, you know that an extra base hit will probably score you. But even if the batter behind you can figure out a way to get on base, now you have the potential for a huge inning.
Gets one at second. And there's the second out, a double play. Here's a look, 4-6-3 on the double play.
Now, that's the way they teach you, whether you're at second base or shortstop. One fluid motion, get it out of the glove and get rid of it.
And it'll be Pagan standing in to hit. Lifetime. 233 hitter off the Braves. Hanson gets set and delivers. This is lined softly towards shallow right. So no runs on one hit and nobody left on. Still scoreless in New York. And if you are just coming on board, Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, John Kruk. We bring you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. Perez gets him to swing. That'll be missed at a strike.
Well, he just swung late on that one. That's what you call getting gassed up.
Liner towards the hole, and Murphy gloves that one.
Center fielder, number 24.
One down. Here's Nate McLeod.
Well, Nate McLeod is the type of guy that hits at the top of the order, usually batting leadoff, but he has some sock in that bat. 20 home runs in 2009 with the Pirates.
Here's a swing and a liner to left center, and that's going to be a base hit for McLeod. So that brings up Martin Prado to the plate. And for McLeod, it's about learning his role now. If he stays with the Atlanta Braves, it's a much different position for him team-wise than it was with the Pirates.
Well, it really is. He's pretty much going to play center.
There he goes for second. And his throw, he is out. Great throw. Swing and hit. Francoeur. That'll do it as they put that one away. No runs, one hit, and no one left on base. Atlanta still hoping to put something up.